Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Nelson. You're watching Nature Nell, and if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you guys so much. My ratings have been going up. Even though I took a little break, things are still moving smoothly, so I thank you all for sticking by me. Even though I haven't been uploading as many as I normally do, I'm trying to take a little break here and there just so I can get ready for the next crazy season of orchids. So today what I decided to do is I took you guys on a little trip with Teresita to two local nurseries, Banjong's and Soroa Orchids, and I got something from both places. But on the visit to Soroa Orchids, I did not buy anything. I just actually went back yesterday and I said, I have to have that orchid. What was I thinking? Why didn't I even take it? But you guys will see. You'll see when I take you to the back. So anyways, no more chatty catty. Let's go look at some blooms. All right, my friends, we're gonna start right here where we usually start and what's in bloom. And you know what? I'm gonna incorporate some new things that are blooming today because I really only got 2 plants in this haul. So it's gonna be over in no time. So there are some things that have opened around here. I have done a couple of what's in bloom. So if you guys are newbies, wanna see more on these orchids that are here, I have posted or uploaded some videos on all these blooms that you see. But there's some that are freshly new, but I'm going to take you to my purchase at Banjong. So I decided to get this gorgeous Vanda that smells so sweet. Had 2 spikes, and this one, hold on, let me see where, oh, he put it up here. He always puts the tags. When you buy the orchid, he'll always put the tag up here. This one is named after Ben Mianamanus. This one was named after him. And if you look at the video at my visit to Banjong's, you'll see how excited I get when he pulls this out. I loved this color combination. It's like that pistachio green with lavender and the labellum here. My God, I can't even speak. It's really early in the morning. I wanted to do this early because everybody, you know, it's still indoors and the dogs aren't barking, but then I look like a sleepyhead. My face looks swollen. It's because I just woke up. I splashed a little water on my face, brushed my teeth, and came out here. So anyway, but that's why it's so quiet now. Check out how beautiful this Vanda is. And the quality, the leaves on this Vanda is just... And this Vanda was $58. Which is a great deal for something that has double spikes and this size. I don't know, you don't quite often see that when you go orchid shopping, and you're getting something that's very unique because these are their own hybrids. I think it's his uncle who hybridizes. I'm not sure if it was his uncle or his dad, but a lot of them have the names of like his aunt or his mother or him. So this one is named after him. All right, guys, I forgot to put skin silks off, so I will be right back. And through the magic of editing, we're back. Yeah, down here in South Florida during the rainy season, and it's been very rainy. Right now, as you can see, it's very cloudy. Super cloudy day. The sun is hiding behind the clouds. It's kind of nice in a way. You know, because sometimes when it's a lot of sun, it can be too hot. I'm so tempted to show you some things that I'm walking by, but I'd rather show you first the haul. And then, so this is my workshop for you guys that are new here. This is my workshop. This is where I prepare everything. I call it my organized chaos. And of course, you knew that this was going to be the one I would take. I had to. It's such a beautiful flower, and the profile of it, this is what really got me. Let me see if I can get a good profile. There you go. That profile was just beautiful. And this is Sobenicofia robusta or robusta. Hold on, let me get the tag. Sebanicofia robusta, and this was $65. And they still have a bunch there at Soroa Orchids. This fragrance it's ridiculous. It's so good. It's sweet, it's pretty, it's jasmine-y. But what I loved about it, first of all, I love African orchids. I heard this is from Madagascar. I was told this by one of the staff members there at Soroa Orchids. And I can see it because African orchids tend to have this kind of look. This very crispy white with some limey lemon type of green in it. And usually African orchids don't have color. They're pretty much all albas. So I had to have it. And I went back and I got this one, which was the one I actually featured on the film. It was still there. I could not believe it because Saturday was full and Sunday I heard was very full. So I am so happy that I brought this to my haul, or to my collection, should I say. It's really pretty. It's a beautiful, beautiful orchid. Trying to get a good focus from it. Yeah, some of you on the comments were like, tell me that you bought it. I was like, nope. But I did go back yesterday. I was like, no, I gotta have it. That's so different. You know, I haven't seen that anywhere. Now this, since we're on the Banjong and Soroa Orchid topic here, I got this at Banjong a couple of years ago. There's a Neostylus Lusneri Banjong. Now, I think, and please don't quote me on this, but I think he had a bunch of these this time around when I went. If you look at the video I just posted before this one, you'll see them in the background. I think I go to showcase it, but then I saw Ben and I got, you know, ADD, so I didn't continue showcasing it. But it had a different name. And I asked him, I said, listen, the one I got from you looks just like this, but it's a Lusneri. And then he said something about the name, but I you know, I have to learn to focus a little bit more sometimes as far as when I'm interviewing people, because I get very excited and I can't remember what he said. You know, once you're there, you're so overwhelmed with so much beauty. I'm not just interviewing someone, I'm enjoying the visuals as well. So it makes it a little bit difficult sometimes to be completely 100% focused, but I do my best. And then, you know, like I said, you only gather 20% of the information you get at a time. That's why it's good to repeat something and watch it or read it over and over. He said this is different. I don't know. To me, it looked like the same exact flower. It does have that little hint of bluish on the ends, but it's so light, so light that the camera doesn't capture it. But you know what also the camera does not capture? How good this smells. It is one of the most sweetest, delicious-y fragrances in an orchid. You'd be very, very surprised once you put your nose up to it how strong it is. Because at this distance you don't smell a thing, but once you put your nose up to it, oh my God, it is delicious. And it is one to give you lots of roots. It's one thing I don't like. I asked Ben, he told me that I can cut about 4 to 5 inches of root and then, you know, dip the ends in cinnamon powder so that way it doesn't get any infections. But I decided to put her in here and she has plenty of space to grow more, so I'm good with that. So let's see, I got that to show you. Let's see, let's go to the quick tent. This is my other greenhouse where it's a little bit more controlled. As far as, look at that lizard trying to get in. He's desperate. You want to get in, buddy? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I let them in, you know why? Because they kill the bugs. Well, he doesn't want to go in. He's getting more in my hand than that. But sometimes I bring him in because it gets... You're in the way, buddy. Come on, go in there. He went the other way. I let them in because, you know, it controls the bugs. Look, see here. Here's exactly what I'm talking about. You see this? This is the second time that I'm recording here, which is interesting. And I find one of these citrus bugs. They are horrible, guys. When you find them, you got to get rid of them. You really, really do. They will destroy your citrus trees and your orchid flowers. So I come here, that's why I say it's very important to spend time with your orchids, because if you don't, you'll miss out on those little things, you know, that cause a lot of trouble. Because I used to think, okay, you know, I don't kill bugs, but when I read how awful that bug is, it is really, really bad. And it's responsible for destroying a lot of citrus trees here in Florida, and we've lost a lot. I lost all our citrus trees here, not to that bug that I know of, but you know, these are part of that destruction. So anyways, let's not segue too much. This is one of my favorite fragrances in an orchid. It's been blooming a lot. These are dead flowers. I don't like to leave them in there because they'll collect mold and not good for the plant. But anyway, look at that flower. It is so cool looking. And it smells like, I always say it, those butter sugar cookies, the Dutch butter sugar cookies in the blue tin can. That's what this smells like. It is so good. I bought this at Ecogenera, and unfortunately this plant, the tips always get burned. I've tried so many things. I've had it for a couple of years now, and it just, I don't know, it blooms a lot, and it gives me a lot of like new shoots like this one, see? And they start off well, but then as they get bigger, they get like these burnt tips, and I don't know what it is. I tried fertilizing, I tried not fertilizing it, I tried putting it in brighter light, I tried putting it shadier. Here's where it's best kept itself. It hasn't, you know, like I've seen new leaves like this, and they've stayed pretty good. So I'm gonna just keep it here. Maybe this is the spot for it. Now here I have this beautiful Zygonesia that I bought from this Lady Vanda. Here's it's a snowbird, and I got this about, I would say about a year and a half ago, and it was so much tinier. And look at the growth on this. Now with zygos, it's been a hit or miss with me. I have my other zygos there, and you know, the leaves burn very easy. They get fungus very easy. You know, they do like a lot of water, but then they don't like too much water. So it's a tricky plant to have, but this one seems to be happy here. And you know, this tent really is magic for those hard to keep orchids. I think in the location I have it, and ooh, there's another bug. See, I gotta come in here and do some cleaning. He's on the other side. He's trying to get in. Little bugger, look right up there. Let me see. Look at that. Actually, I think he's between the plastic and the screen. There's a screen there, even though you can't see it. So I got 2 bugs to get out of there. I'm gonna have my work cut out for me today. Early in the morning, yeah, the sun's starting to come out. It's starting to get brighter. Good. So anyway, let me see what else. Oh, I have this beautiful little dendrobium. I think it's called popcorn dendrobium, and this one is now all pink. But when it first opens, it's like a yellow. This is the last one. See how yellowish it is? It's already transforming itself into a pink. And it's such a cute little, oh wait, here we go. Highland popcorn. I didn't even see it had a tag. But anyways, I got this because a viewer of mine at, I think it was a Redlands show, told me you have to have the popcorn. It changes colors. And so I decided to get it, and wow, what a great little oncidium. Very, very pretty. Sorry that my hands are shaky. I just had a cup of coffee, so my engines are starting to roar. And then this cochleata, which I think the name changed now, but I'll put it underneath because I really can't remember right now. When things change like that, it just throws me off course. Just when you think you get it, boom, they change it. So anyways, this is a very, very cute orchid. They call it the clamshell orchid. I call it the octopus orchid. It looks more like an octopus, but it has a beautiful pattern, that cranberry magenta with yellow. Oh, pretty. It does not have fragrance, but it's a very pretty flower. Huh? I hear the cats calling. Let me see. Oh, guess who started to bloom again? Do you guys remember this dendrobium that I got over at the Tamami Orchid Show, International Orchid Show from Welded Orchids. That's his information. This was one of those hard to find dendrobiums, and I actually got this for $45. Here we go. Dendrobium Buckle. It's a peewee cross with a Kingianum bed. And the other day I was looking, it was hanging on the top, and I was like, wait a minute, am I seeing color in there? And sure enough, not just one, but another one. So I brought it down here. It does, I noticed something about dendrobiums. They do drop leaves, the bottom leaves a lot, as they're growing new leaves. So I don't know if that's normal. I see it on a lot of dendrobiums, but I mean, the plant overall looks great. You can see all the new growth. This is, of course, the dust that settles from the water because we have calcium water, but you see, the leaves are perfectly fine. Because I know some people have asked me in the past, newbies, what's that white, why are my leaves not green? And I'm like, well, because they're hiding, see? Very green. So this one is giving me some spikes again. I'm hoping to see new spikes here too. You know, I keep an eye on these like little scars because sometimes it could be, even though it's in here, it could still get scales and spider mites, because I've had some. And then back here, this beautiful chocolate antler dendrobium is fully open now. I love these, love the curls. The design of this flower is just incredible. Look at that. How beautiful is that? And I got that at not Udeli's. Yeah, Udeli's. All right, that's all I got on this one. And let's see if we have anything to show back in the tent, in the screen house, actually. Because here, I'm always being surprised. You know, every time I look, I find like this here, I didn't showcase it last time. This is from Moats. Look at the color on this Vanda. Is that not gorgeous? And this is one of the mothers, one of the parents, which is a Josephine Vambrero that I bought from David, which I got something to show you guys now that we're here. I got this from him, David, the home visit that I did a couple of videos ago. If you guys have not seen it, check it out. It's a lot of fun. This gentleman has the most amazing orchids hanging in his trees. He's sold a lot, by the way. I went by his house the other day. I can't believe how many he sold, and he doesn't have that many more. So if you guys are interested in those gorgeous dendrobiums, he still has a couple left, and I think he still has a couple of these left. So anyways, this is used very often to cross with other orchids. Like I have one over there that's about to start blooming on a tree that has this same flower in it. So you can kind of see it. You can kind of see the influence there, and that this one is a little bit more peachy and has these really cool red speckles that the other one doesn't have, and the labellum is much more saturated. But I love them both. But I wanted to show you guys this. David called me, and thanks to you guys buying so many of his orchids after watching my video, he told me he has never sold so many orchids in his life. And I am so proud to know that, because, you know, that's what I'm talking about. Small businesses and each people helping each other. You know, it's not always about making a buck from everyone, but knowing that somebody else just benefit from it, you know, that's a huge gratification, at least for me. So anyways, he called me over and he told me, I want to gift you this. Now I'm going to show you guys. He told me it's a little weather beat up, but I can only imagine what you'll do to it once you get your hands on it. It's a beautiful cattleya. Look at the size on that. Just like that, he gave it to me with pot and everything. And look how many new new shoots it has. It has like 5 new shoots. 5 or 6 new shoots. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you're not a shoot. You're grass. So seven new shoots coming out. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna insert a picture there of what this looked like last year. He sent me a picture of it. It's a spectacular cattleya because it all blooms at the same time. So it gives you these beautiful, beautiful fuchsia pink pom-poms that he says are like, I didn't ask him if it was fragrant, but it looks like it would be fragrant. So anyways, David, thank you so much for my gift. I love it. Hey, Morris. How you doing, buddy? Where were you? He's such a monkey. So anyways, I got that. David's gift. Oh, for you guys that remember my big specimen purchase that I did over at the Redlands International Orchid Show, look at all the new spikes it's given me. I fed it with sea kelp, my 2020 and CalMag, which is calcium and magnesium, and I gotta say, it just pushed out a bunch. Look, it has 3 here, and it's got 2 over there. That one and 2 here. And I'm sure if I start looking in the back elsewhere, I'll find more. And then I started counting, and it has about 5 or 6 new growth coming out in the back. So this was really happy here. I'm not moving her from here, or him. So I'm keeping it. And this one too, I bought this at the Redlands show that you guys, a lot of you gave me a lot of. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, you know, I'm assuming that you guys know the name. It's a Norma Jackson Calipata Sunrise, in case you guys want to know. And they use this a lot for crosses as well. Now this one I got from the Orchid Den. This is a blue twist. And I featured it a couple of times before, but I'm featuring it again because look, it gave me another spike and another one coming. So all these guys that I got at the Redlands show are re-spiking, like this one that I got from Pam. I'll show you flowers on this one. I'll put an inset. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous cattleya, Royal Cognac. And the first one that opened, it got stressed out, the first bud, and I think it got sick, and it didn't. It opened, it looked good, but the labellum had a little bit of stress. But this time, I get 2 beautiful, healthy buds. So this is gonna be spectacular. And I got this from, my God, why do I always draw a blank? Orchids in Bloom, because I'm so used to saying Pam's Nursery. Orchids in Bloom, and Pam is the one that had these at the Redlands International Orchid Show. So here's another example of an orchid that is reblooming and blooming even more than when I bought it. And Mercedes, your gift, your compacta, is giving me another peduncle with flowers. I decided to keep it in water. It's growing a lot of roots in there. And I kept it in water because I noticed it started getting dehydrated, and look, it got hydrated again. And it gave me a peduncle. So you know what? And I put a little bit, like from the mixture for my fertilizer that I was just talking about, I put just an overspray in there, just to, and it did really well for it. So you know what, how they say, if it's not broke, don't fix it. All right, let's see what else we have here that I haven't covered. Let's go back in here. All these things I've covered. I've covered all these, green flash. So if you guys look how much flowers it has. With the rains that we've had, we have lots of crazy rains. These rains are charged electrically because they've been electrical storm rains. And those are the best waters for your orchids, because when there's thunder and lightning, there's incredible charge in the water that the plants love and go crazy for. And look, my why not? It's not in season, but why not give me two flowers? I don't think it's in season. I don't remember it ever blooming in this time of year, but you know, orchids here in Florida, they kind of have their own schedule. I've seen orchids blooming here in Florida that are not supposed to bloom, like the Cole Marie. It's way over its blooming period, and over at Banjong, he has one in full bloom. So look at this, how pretty these spikes. So as you notice, I have brought more plants in here because My Vandas do way better in here than out there. The weather is just way too strong. And now look at, I can see a difference in the leaves. Everything looks much cleaner. I've been using Banrot, which is a great fungicide. This is also from Banjong's. It's Ben's Fragrance, which smells amazing. But I did buy this at New Delhi's, and sometimes local nurseries. Look how cute. There's another one there. Local nurseries will buy from each other in bulk if they have leftovers. And this one was over at the international show in Miami last year, and it was in New Delhi's, and I'm like, wait, this is a Banjong Orchid. And they laughed and like, yeah, we bought a couple from him. And I said, I'm taking this. Look at the color on this, how beautiful this is. So that goes to show you that even when the orchid is not being sold at Banjong's, I'm still attracted to the Banjong Orchids because they're just healthy and very symmetrical and very clean, very tough flower, and of course, lots of great fragrance. And then I do have this one. I covered this. I'll cover it again. It's a beautiful, beautiful prize-winning orchid. This is a clone, I believe, from it, which is from JJ Unique Orchids, and that's the name right there, Crown Fox. It's a beautiful, beautiful orchid. Great little fragrance. Not as intense as the Ben fragrance, but it's a nice little fragrance. It's a pretty, pretty flower. Now let me show you my white bat flower. It is starting to push out pods and blooms. Look at this. She went through a hard hit through the cold snap that we had, so a lot of the bottom leaves, you see how they're dropped? Well, just as many bottom leaves, it produced new leaves. So I think it's just fine. I thought at first, I'm like, uh-oh, but then I started seeing all these new leaves, and then these pods, you see, there was a pod right there. That's how they come. Let me see, and there's another one there. There's another one back there. So it's gonna give me a lot of blooms. There's another one opening way in the back. But it's a very cool plant. It's family to the yucca plant. And it's a very exotic looking flower. They have the white, and then there's one that's also the black. And I believe now they're crossing them. I saw somewhere one that was a cross. It was really beautiful and very different. But there's several different kinds of bat. I don't know if it's a bat plant or bat flower plant. I don't know what the correct term is. I've always said bat plant. But she's been with me for quite a while and doing well. All right, guys, let me see. I don't think I have anything else to show you here that I haven't showed you. Oh, wait, let's show you this. I don't have a tag for this. I didn't show it to you last time because it was just opening, but look at this Brassia, how pretty it looks. Now, if you guys know what this is, I've seen a lot online, but they all look alike. They all look the same to me. Here, I'll do a close-up. So for you guys that are like really, really orchid nerds, because I mean, I'm an orchid nerd, but there's some out there that just are so good at it. They look at something, look at Julian, he'll look at something from Kroll Smith and boom, he'll give you the cross, he'll give you who crossed it, the date. It's just amazing. So if you guys know what this is, please let me know, because I need to tag it. This is one of the ones I told you on previous videos that that the plants were dying. There were a bunch of Oncidians and Cattleyas that I had that they were in the wrong pots. And these are old. These are very old plants that I've been able to bring back to life with the knowledge that I have today. And so this is one of them. And I brought it back to life from just one, because everything else just died and rotted away. And so this one little growth, I didn't give up on it. And several months later, this is like 6-7 months ago I did this. And look, it already has a spike. You got to feed them. You got to treat them with lots of love and care. Give them your energy. Look, speaking of energy, look how much energy it took this Cattleya to push four buds out. Now this is a sea breeze. This is a beautiful, beautiful orchid. Let me see. I'm trying to see. I think the tag fell off. I got this at Spring Water from Ton. And sometimes it blooms in multiple spikes, which is really beautiful to see. But it's a gorgeous flower with an amazing fragrance. So once it blooms, I am going to take it down from there and put it in a lower area where I can enjoy. Oh, there's another sheet there, where I can enjoy the beautiful fragrance of this plant. I think the tag is in the back. I have it in the back. Here you can see a bird's eye view of my greenhouse. And by the way, all this here in a couple of weeks is going to be gone. This tree will be gone, and this is going to be stretched towards that tree right there. So it's going to double in size. So I'm keeping this with a 70% screen. This will be open, so it'll only still be one entrance. And then once you get to that side, it's going to be the same quick tent type of material. So that way I can have a section of controlled rain, because when it rains here, they all get wet. And if we have several rain storms, which we've been getting over a period of 3, 4, 5 days, it'll get fungus. So some of them, not all, some of them love it. Like Vandas, it takes a lot, right? Because they're bare rooted. But there's some in pots that you don't want to get into so much rain. So I can move them around and create a different environment where I can control the amount of water that falls on it. And then we'll do, again, a misting system in there, so that way it could get rainwater. Now, my ideal thing is to get a misting system with a collection of rainwater. That would be the perfect ideal thing. So we're going to see if we can make that happen, or if Lewis can make that happen. I can't make that happen. I don't know anything about that. All right, so I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. This Lori Mortimer, still blooming. It's a beautiful dendrobium. It's a really pretty pink against that fresh white. And then those smoky pink antlers. I've had her for quite a while. Bought her at the flea market, local flea market here, which is our farmer's market. They actually come here and buy our avocados, but this year nobody's buying because everybody has so many. All right, guys, oh, wait. Of course I have some more to show you. My Violetta from Banjong. This is the second time this year it shoots a spike. Look how gorgeous this is. I love them, and they smell so good. And so what I am waiting for, see how they get very lanky and it's giving me a cakey up there? I'm waiting for it to shoot some roots so I can cut it there, bring it down here, make it wider, and then cut the remaining stem that's just no bueno. Just get it out of there and then start bulking it out, because this was literally one. See, I cut it up there and I brought it down here. So it's creating more of a, and you can do that once it has all these roots grown out. Don't do it if it's like that and it has no roots. You will kill it. Make sure you have 3 to 4. I wait 3 to 4 roots, or if it's got like 2 very long roots, that'll work. If it's not too big, 2 long roots, thick long roots like this, I've done it and it works for me. But it takes a little bit of more energy. So if you have the patience, just wait a little bit more, 3 to 4 roots, cut it at the end where the roots start, and then just bring that part down, and then you're gonna be left with a stick, right? And roots. You can leave it there if it doesn't bother you. I personally don't like it. I cut it and I put cinnamon on top, so there's no cinnamon powder, so there's no bacteria. So wherever you cut, you want to put cinnamon on there. All right, so that way you don't get any bacteria. And remember to use blue flame to disinfect your cutting utensils. You don't want to transfer your utensils from one to another plant and then continue cutting with that, because you don't know if that plant may have had some fungus. All right, let me turn this around. Whew. It is hot and humid, even though the sun is not directly out. It is really hot. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this segment today. You know, there's so much to show you guys all the time. There's still plenty of stuff that I could have shown you, but I'm going to try to keep them a little bit shorter and produce a couple of more that way, instead of trying to give you everything in one. And that way I'll leave some, you know, for the future for pleasant surprises. So anyways, guys, before I forget, this weekend, June 24th and 25th, Saturday and Sunday. I believe Saturday is from 9 to 5, and Sunday I think it's from 10 to 3. Well, it says it there, so whether I'm right or wrong, it doesn't matter. Just follow the instructions on that meme. Ophies is back with their fairs. I'm so happy because we were missing them. I will be there on Sunday. I would love to go Saturday, but I do have a busy Saturday at my business, so I'm gonna have to go Sunday. So hopefully they'll have plenty of things to show you guys. They usually do, and Carl Smith is gonna be there, Sierra Madre, Udeli, Santini, Orchids 365 on Saturday, Nature's Tapestry, Hiko, Bonsai. I mean, there's a bunch of people going. So if you have nothing to do this weekend, now you do. Put it on your calendar because it's going to be really nice. So, all right, guys. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to see if I'm not forgetting anything, because I always leave things out, and I'm like, why did I leave that out? It was important. But no, I showed you my gift from David. I showed you my haul. I showed you some of my blooms. So that was the main thing I wanted to show you. Everything else I can't think of, besides thanking you guys always for keeping me afloat and engaging, and such great feedbacks on how my videos are looking. By the way, if you guys have the notification bell, and as soon as I post a video, you click on to watch the video, the quality of the video may not be the same. What I'm doing now is I'm not releasing it till 24 hours after I post it. I put it on private, that way it's not out in public, because I've learned that when you do film in high definition or higher quality on YouTube, it takes quite a while for it to kind of like process. So even though it's already uploaded, I've noticed it myself. I watch right away on my TV and I'm like, why does it look so bad? So now I see why some of you get back to me right away, like, why don't you shoot at this? Well, I do. I am shooting in high quality. I can't shoot in 4K anymore because it just eats up way too much. I'm doing too many videos, and I like to keep some of them for future references. So if I do that, then I can't keep any videos. I'll have no references. It's not worth it for the difference that, you know, it brings from what I'm shooting now. I think personally I mean, how much clearer do you want it, guys? You want to jump out of you in the screen? I watch it in 2 TVs in high resolution, and it looks great. You know, I know that 4K is just much better, but I think it looks good for what it is, and for the time that it takes for me to upload them, because I have to do them twice, when I edit and then when I send them to my to YouTube. So it's double uploading. Actually, it's triple, because you have to upload it to the editor to back to the phone, and phone to YouTube. So it's a lot. So thank you guys again for all that great feedback. It really helps me fine-tune the channel a lot. So anyways, I am looking forward to seeing what I'm going to bring in the future. Like this weekend, it'll probably be my next video. So until next time, I am Nelson. You're watching Nature Nell, and remember to always keep it green. See you at the show.